All right, it's already recording, so Michelle, you can start.
Okay, hello, my name is Joana Michelle Gonzalez Amaya. We are group number 2, and we are going to talk about our teachers and students' roles analysis. So it is necessary to know that during the development of a class, there are important roles that teachers and students have to play in order to achieve the expected competences and objectives that have been established. Therefore, the purpose of our analysis was to identify the teachers' and students' roles during a reading and a writing lesson. So each role identified in the lesson is described depending on the performance observed in the sample lessons. So now I'm going to start talking about teacher's role during a reading lesson. So let's begin with the role organizer. In the video that we selected, the teacher gives clear instructions to the students about how to develop the activity and talks about the reading purpose of this. And then the teacher describes it with examples in order to make students comprehend it in a better way. And now we are going to watch that part of the video. So, Denise, please play the video.
Groaning. Turn and talk to your partner. Partner A, you're going to start with this. My character sounds, and say the feeling you think he is sounding like. And then you guys are going to try to use your voice to express how Gerald is feeling. Okay? So turn to your partner. Only partner A is talking. And begin. I think you see that.
All right.
Okay, so in her opinion, the teacher plays this role accurately because she explained to the students with details, and before developing the activity, she gave them some examples of what they had to do. So it worked as a guide to the students. And well, then we have the role observer. And in the video, the teacher asks 3 students to read one by one. She observes each of them carefully by paying close attention to them so she could recognize their progress and get information she needs to provide them feedback. However, within that, the teacher is not playing this role well at all because when a student was reading, she suddenly interrupted her, so according to this rule, she shouldn't have interrupted the students' reading, since it is important to give students the needed space to read, and then when students have finished the reading, we can talk to them about the points being observed. So that's it. Thank you.
All right. So next, please.
Okay, hello, my name is Carlos Benjamin Muñoz Acevedo, and I am going to start talking about the teacher's role during reading. And the following roles are described according to the video we selected. So let's start with this role that is feedback organizer. According to the video, we chose the teacher assigned to 3 students to read a page from the book. And while they were reading, she could identify some mistakes or some comprehension problem that a student had when doing that activity. So when they finished, she asked them some questions related to the reading, and she also could provide them feedback. Now let's let's watch the video. Can you please play the video, Dennis?
Sure.
Okay? So let's see. What's happening on this page? Carmel, what's happening on this page? So they're saying the sky is falling. Nicholas, how do you think they're feeling if they're thinking the sky is falling?
All right.
Okay, well, we think that the teacher plays this role pretty well because she first asked some question to the class, and she was very careful when providing students feedback. So we think that she did it great because as a teacher, we have to support it to be supportive when organizing feedback, and we have to motivate students and tell them that they are capable to improve. And the next role is prompter. In a part of the video, the teacher is discussing with the student about the text they read. And while are working on this teacher, the teacher is prompting a student to notice some language features and clarifying those they have. So we think that the teacher plays this role accurately because she is prompting her student to pay close attention to those and language features that they might have never discovered before. So they will have a better idea with the teacher explanation. And that's it.
All right, so let's continue with the next person.
Now I'm gonna pause.
Okay, so let's go with writing teachers. Okay,
Hello, my name is Vanessa Liza Cisneros Dominguez. I will talk about the teacher's role during the grading lesson. Okay, in the video, we identify the teacher's role, motivator in minus 220. The teacher corrupt activity where he made the students analyze the type of grading skill in the beginning to ask them the ideas that they would write about the sample. The teacher performs the role where because he is motivated, then to analyze the sample and that they can write in their own words that they understand regardless of the grammar mistake that they make. The student also did a part to carry out the activity since some who participated expressed the idea they found when reading the example that the teacher gave them and identify that grading is important and you see our daily live. That's it.
all right, so the next one, please.
Hello, my name is Cynthia Natalie Marquez, and I would like to talk about the second role, which is resource. We can see how the teacher provides the resource. In this case, is a reading text or example in order to have the material and practice by reading them so they have an accurate guide to follow when it comes the time to do it by themselves. The text is about sending an email. The teacher asks them to read it for themselves and then answer the two questions after finishing. And the teacher is there if anyone has questions. In the performance, the teacher makes emphasis about the purpose of the task, which is to generate the vocabulary, the language that they will be using in the next task, and which is reading on the board what they have done with the help of the previous examples. The second role is a feedback provider. In this case, the teacher is doing the feedback with the students about the previous task, which is the reading their own sample with the help of the examples in the book and the example of the teacher on the board. Also, a couple of questions that they will be doing with the students, and also they change their work with another student. That's like a pair work that they are doing, and the teacher performance is great because gives them the time to change their task with another partner and make suggestions and comments about it. This will help them to review and check their possible mistakes and suggestions by themselves. That will be all.
All right, thank you. So do we have a video? Yeah, right. So we have two videos about feedback provider and resource. So let's watch one of them.
Please read the email. Models are so important for students. because there are many different kinds of writing tasks. Sometimes students have facility writing, but they aren't used to a particular style of writing. And at the beginning level, students follow the model very closely and almost copy the model, and we think that that is just fine. After reading the model, students had to write answers to 2 questions about the model. The purpose of that activity was for students to begin generating the language that they would be using in the follow-up writing. Please read the
All right, so let's finish with the students' roles during the writing lesson. This is Dennis Fuentes, and I'm going to explain a little bit about these topics. So in the video, to be specifically at minute number 4, at this point, I just realized that the students were practicing how to structure emails and how to describe themselves. And I think this is the role of creator because they are bringing something that they have in their hand or they had a into life, okay, into the that specific time. So I think that they are placing the role of creator and they are doing their best to write grammatically correct. So in that part of the video, also in minute number 558, the students are placing or are playing the role of communicator. Why? Because the students are studying to write sentences that define themselves and their life. They are writing their personal information and they are describing their self, writing them down and sharing them with their partners. So how they do perform this, they try to do their best. However, there were some mispronunciation and some errors when it comes to grammar. And the last one that I noticed was the editor students roles at minute number 633. At this point, the students are sharing their work and making suggestions of how the reading can be improved or making grammar corrections. That's why I realized that they are placing the role of editor. How did they perform? Well, they were performing well because they did it well. They were doing the best, taking part of the activity, and everybody was learning. So now I'm going to play a video about the role, one of the role of the student, which is the communicator. As I mentioned, they are sharing their writing about their life. Right. So let's play the video.
Loud to their partner.
Bus driver license in the USA. I can drive a bus. Wow. Wow.
My name is Hua. I am student. I study English at John Alden.
The second.
All right. So as you can see, they are describing themselves and they are sharing what they wrote. All right. So this is going to be the last part of our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.